Hey, everybody, welcome back to the ChatGTM podcast, recorded to you live here from the Mertech Show in Las Vegas, Nevada at the beautiful Caesars Palace Event Resort and Casino. And we are blessed to be joined by somebody that's not here to sell software or technology.
Not today.
Or sling any kind of thing except for the message of good tidings. We have Mandi Wooledge.
Yes.
I got the pronunciation right. With The Shift.
The Shift.
The Shift.
Yes.
That's like the shift in the air, the shift in what's coming.
The Shift.
Yeah, so tell us, what is the shift first off? Well, actually, you know what? Let me back up. How are you, Mandi?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Mandi and I, we go back, what, 10, 11
At least.
years?
Oh, boy.
We're dating ourselves.
Maybe 15.
Yeah, we won't say more than that. Let them guess our age at this point. Okay. So, you used to be at a different part of this industry. We started talking about a year ago about what you're doing in your journey.
Yep.
And you'd shared something about a personal passion of yours about how do we help frontline workers.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Take us in. What is the shift?
Okay, so the Shift Foundation exists to help restaurant employees that are working to get out of living paycheck to paycheck or shift to shift. And we are doing that through a series of mentorship and scholarship programs. We are working with a lot of really great names in the industry. Maybe somebody named Michael Beck might be on our advisory council. But we also have an excellent board of directors. We have Shelly Harris, that was previously with Go-To Foods.
Oh, wow.
Greg Miller, that was previously with Taco John's and Whataburger, Jack in the Box, McDonald's. Brian McVeigh is also on our board as our treasurer, previously with McCormick and Schmick's, Twin Peaks, from British Society down in Dallas. And then our advisory council is pretty stacked as well, with Kristen Craven from Synergy Suite, John Barber from Decision Logic, Michael Beck. And we also have Don Jameson from Rip Crip Hospitality.
Oh, wow.
Chandler Hospitality is on. And we've got a couple people that are still making considerations on whether or not they're going to join us in the shift. We have 2 applicants already that have submitted themselves to be mentors. And we've raised just over $200,000 and we're only in month 2.
Wow, that is amazing.
So,
that's absolutely amazing.
Really excited about where we're going. A lot of momentum and outpouring of support from everybody in the industry. And we soft launched last week at the Women's Food Service Forum. We're here at Mertech, trying to get some more conversations going. Really just looking for donor partners, mentor partners, people that want to partner in the program to help submit team members to either be mentors and or scholarship recipients or applications for that. And we have all of the back-end reporting to be able to let them know how many of their team members applied, how many of their team members were selected, who's going through the process. And the last really, really key piece is that we're also offering bridge support for those recipients of the scholarship. So should life happen, they don't drop out of the program just because their car broke down or an unexpected bill came up.
What's the state of shift work right now in 2026?
For the restaurant employees?
Yeah.
So many statistics right now. So 1 in 6 restaurant workers lives in poverty. 80% of them are the primary breadwinner of their households. 25% of them are raising kids on that same income. Only 35% of restaurants offer health insurance to their employees, and that's only for full-time employees. And most of them work 2 jobs to get to full-time hours if they're able to do that.
Wow.
A statistic that was also shared to me from the Giving Kitchen down in Atlanta was that it's a $400 discrepancy. $400 difference. Surprise bill of $400 or more could have someone be evicted from their home.
Wow. So if they miss one paycheck,
it's devastating to them. So Giving Kitchen is doing something really fantastic as well, where they're offering emergency support, disaster recovery, unknown medical bills, water main breaks, things like that. So people are on fire. You can't dream when you're on fire. No. So Giving Kitchen, Core, other businesses that are nonprofits that are supplying that emergency support up front, I want them to help put people out of being on fire and nudge them in our direction so that they never have to be on fire again.
Oh, I love that. I can only guess why you're passionate about it. But what really connected? We all know people in food service, but we didn't start this.
Yes.
And you did.
Yes.
What made you do this?
There's so many things. So I put myself through school running restaurants, and I was one of the ones that finished that degree. I know at least 6 people I can mention their names off the top of my head that didn't take that path.
Yeah.
And we all think that we found our forever career path, or we found the thing that we're going to do forever. And then life happens, right? So for me, my transition was I was waking up babies to take them to grandma's and waking them up from grandma's to bring them home and having a day and a half off with them a week. Was like, why did I have make cute babies if I don't ever get to spend time with them, right?
Yeah.
So I was able to fall back on my degree and go do something else, but not everybody is that lucky, right? And I've seen in this industry people trying to get jobs and different career paths, but they don't have that piece of paper. They don't have that degree backing them up to be able to go for those higher paying jobs. And so I've built my career in an industry that I love, and it just felt so important to give back to this industry that has made me.
Yeah.
And I feel like every story that I hear is another person telling me that they were able to achieve their success because someone took a chance on them. Someone mentored them. Someone said, you know, you have an aptitude for X thing. Have you thought about trying that? And just having somebody believe in you or nudge you in that direction and then giving you a possibility of you could get a scholarship. You could do this, which most of them can't apply for financial aid because they make just too much money, or they've built themselves into a lifestyle of responsibility that they can't do something like that. So the cycle just can't be broken without someone stepping in and saying there's more.
So what's, when you talk to restaurant operators, what's something, a little change, an easier, low-hanging fruit change they can make to be a better partner to their shift workers?
Ooh, that is a really hard question. So most of the businesses that I've talked to, from the both small and medium-sized business as well as the larger companies, they're saying this is a really great idea. It's something that we want to give back to our team members, but we don't have the human capital, like the human resources, to be able to start a program like this. So we're really hoping for some partnerships in that area to be able to help with that. The tiers of donation range from all different sizes. $500, it even says on the website, this will pay for a SurfSafe certificate. $1,500 will pay for a one-time bridge support. $5,000 pays for this. But then there's the partnerships where that's really where the shift is going to be sustainable, is if we can get some restaurant companies that want to partner with us on that more annual basis so that we can grow the money as we're dispersing the money, to be able to really help this organization take off and provide the most shifting support that we can.
Wow. Well, I heard the music stop. I want to assume that we're going to have all the time in the world to finish. And I want to make sure people are able to get to you, get to Shift, so they can have the conversations that we're all looking for you guys to have.
Yes, please.
What's your website?
Yeah, so the website is shiftfoundation.co.
Okay.
And that is also the way to get in contact with me, Mandi.Wooledge at shiftfoundation.co. And our board members are getting their email addresses set up as well. We'll be getting those to our advisory council members too, so that we can continue to spread the message. We're currently starting our search for possibly an operations manager to take over the day-to-day, because we're all running other businesses as well and looking for full-time gigs. So wanting to make sure that nothing falls through the cracks and that we are able to provide the most support that we can.
So is that a shout out for somebody who might want to participate as an operations manager that might be listening?
Might be.
If you heard the call, this could be it. Real quick question, since we might have an extra minute, since I'm not seeing you get an usher out of our room yet. Is the way you described it, is this is an opt-in by the employee saying, hey, I would like to be part of this? Is there a world where the brand says, that guy's a real go, or that person is a real go-getter, but they might not believe in themselves yet that they can actually make that leap?
Yeah.
Can the business identify them and say, we'd like to sponsor them?
Yes, they can. And so I think in those particular aspects, though, we would still ask them to submit themselves through the application process.
Right.
Our advisory council does select the recipients of the scholarship program. And we do that in a blind way.
Okay.
So all of the advisory council gets the information stripped of PII so that we are really actually evaluating the service team members on a player by player basis, being able to see who's the most likely to succeed in that. There's a rubric that gets applied to it, all of that. But then the other aspect of that is that if you have a team member that you feel like is a go-getter who really wants to refine some of those leadership skills, we highly recommend submitting them as a mentor applicant. Because we do have studies that show that if you mentor somebody else, your leadership skills grow as well.
Sure.
So we're looking for that symbiosis, right? Where you are a restaurant partner, you're submitting financially, hopefully, and also submitting team members to be mentors, and then sending your frontline workers to apply for scholarships where it just becomes this trifecta of being able to grow.
And so mentees need mentors. How does it become a mentor inside
They apply. Yep, they apply it on that Shift Foundation.
Okay.
And the board and the advisory council will work together to select those mentors.
Are there certain disciplines you're looking to slot, or it's kind of
a mixed bag? So, we definitely have restaurant leaders that want to continue to grow their leadership skills, and they want to be able to, raise up the next restaurant leaders. We have restaurant technology people that are applying to be mentors because they want to help groom the next restaurant technologists. We have our treasurer, Brian McVeigh, is very interested in restaurant finance. So he wants mentors that are on that track because we need to raise up the next, CFOs and the next VPs of finance and the next people that are going to help with acquisitions and things like that. So there's so many different tracks that you can take in the restaurant business that I'm not gonna box out any of those different, verticals that we could explore.
It's all really good stuff, Mandy.
Thank you.
Please take this the right way. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of what you're doing. I'm
that
proud
means a lot to me.
Having the heart to put something together that's going to help other people. God bless you for what you're doing. I think that's a
I really need to shout out that I've had so many mentors in my life that if they hadn't taken a chance on me, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. We've all had people that have reached a hand down to us and said, you have major potential. Let's explore this, and groom you or mentor you into getting to that next level. And I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that, and getting back to an industry that I've loved so much and try to find that next group of people to help pull up in the industry. Yeah. I think we can all participate in that.
I think anybody that says I did it all on my own has to dig a little deeper and look back, and they'll find somebody to put down the hand and lift them up.
Yeah.
1,000,000%. I love it. Mandy, you're awesome.
So thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. This is awesome.
Chad, anything for your part here?
No, I'm very impressed.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So please check out the website, shiftfoundation.co. Follow us on LinkedIn. We're putting a lot of content on LinkedIn as far as statistics, educational materials out there for that. Really working on spreading the message, driving people to the website, and really wanting to get the word out of what we're trying to accomplish.
Love it. Where's the next place people can run into you in person?
So we are going to be at the Restaurant Leadership Conference April 19th and through the 22nd. We are hosting a happy hour on the 20th. Details to follow on that, but that's where we'll really be doing the launch part of that. And I'm really hoping to see a lot of restaurant vendor leaders, restaurant leaders, a lot of different walks there supporting the mission, and maybe hoping for some peer pressure between business operators wanting to get involved.
Yeah. That FOMO, you want to be in on this one.
So, I hope so.
Well, everybody, Mandy, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for thinking to help ask me to be part of this amazing movement.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate your support.
I'm right there with.
Thank you for participating. Really love this.
So for now, this is Think Tank GTM signing off from this part of the show. This is probably the last one we'll do from the show floor, but we'll be back tomorrow. And probably with some content tonight from the place we go. But for now, remember the shift. That's where you want to spend some time, research it, look up the website. This is truly a good cause to help truly good people that are trying to make their lives better, to create generational wealth, to create opportunities, to live the American dream. And nowhere is the American dream more represented or better represented than in hospitality. We have leaders of all strata that are highly educated or just really hard workers that have made their way up.
Yeah.
And that's one of the best examples. Our industry is the American dream.
There is no lack of grit in this industry.
No, we're very gritty, except in our very smooth sauces.
Yes,
but for now, we're going to go. Everybody, thank you so much. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.